We know a bad leader when we see one. They refuse to be accountable, don't have any answers to our problems, but are always quick to blame. Last night, Joe Biden did just that when he told law-abiding Americans that he's going to punish them for all of the problems Washington created.
We need to ban assault weapons and high-capacity magazines.
Joe Biden is targeting you for liberalism's failures. He's ready to strip away your right to defend yourself, your family. The president even went so far last night as to point fingers at Republicans for the tragic mass shooting our country's had to suffer through.
We passed in 1994 with bipartisan support in Congress and the support of law enforcement. 9 categories of semi-automatic weapons were included in that ban, like AK-47s and AR-15s. And in the 10 years it was law, mass shootings went down. But after Republicans let the law expire in 2004, and those weapons were allowed to be sold again, mass shootings tripled. Those are the facts.
Facts don't matter to Joe Biden. Mass shootings with assault weapons didn't triple after the ban expired. Bill Clinton's 1994 assault weapons ban was a failure. It was a shell game. Manufacturers just tweaked a few features on the gun and sold it. It was just for show. The Washington Post, of all places, even debunked the lie that the ban drove down mass shootings, gave out a few Pinocchios for it. But for years, Democrats have been using this lie to justify taking away your right to protect yourself. There's a culture of violence in this country, and Gutfeld said it the best. The left's fingerprints are all over it. They've emptied our prisons during COVID. What do you think the ex-cons are up to right now? Finger painting? They enacted bail reform, flooding our streets with violent felons to prey on you. They defunded the police in inner cities and then turn a blind eye to black-on-black crime, most of it committed with hot handguns. Then the liberal DAs plea down the gun charges and let the perps skate. Gangs are shooting each other up every single weekend in places like Chicago. And homicide rates are being broken all across the country. Can you guess who's running these places? Democrats. Democrats want to disarm you during the crime wave they created. All while their perverse welfare incentives are destroying the nuclear family. They encourage single motherhood and tear down traditional masculinity as toxic. Hollywood glorifies gun culture. Then actors accidentally shoot their producers, and they have the nerve to take away our guns. Democrats locked down our kids, isolated them, and plunged their little brains into the dark corners of their twisted internet. The media has drilled into America's mind that we're in a race war, but nothing could be farther from the truth. They've embraced a drug culture, opening our borders and empowering drug cartels to just flood our country with narcotics. What kind of effect do you think this social demolition has on the American psyche? Do you think it's radicalizing people on the edge? It absolutely is. Democrat policies are killing our country, but they say your guns are. It's your fault for wanting to protect yourself during the crisis they've created. They want to disarm you and have you rely on the state after they've defunded our police and brought war onto our streets. Owning a rifle makes you independent, and Democrats don't want that. Countries that have been disarmed don't have great track records. Know your history. Meanwhile, Joe Biden has been protected by assault weapons his whole career. You think he's going to take away the guns from the people protecting him? He's not. He wants to chip away at your Second Amendment just so he can say he's doing something, while turning his back on the actual problems. We saw with Uvalde, Parkland, Sandy Hook, all these cases where the public school system, the government, failed. They missed major red flags. They ignored all the signs of kids who were threats and were mentally ill, and their fatherless lives, drugs in the homes, all alone. Other times the police chief failed, like in Uvalde. Other times the FBI failed, like in Parkland. And what was the left's reaction every damn time? Blame law-abiding gun owners and ignore their every failure. Law professor Glenn Reynolds wrote a piece in the New York Post talking about this exact problem. saying this: "We were told that the real problem was a moral failing on the part of the hundreds of millions of Americans who were not involved, rather than on the part of the shooter and those who enabled him. Consequences, after all, are for ordinary Americans. The folks in charge are free to be failures, incompetents, and worse, with virtually no risk of accountability." Couldn't have put it better myself. When they screw up, instead of taking the heat, they point the finger at you. They literally do it every time. And we're the ones who always have to suffer for it. They were wrong about inflation. Here's Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen.
Was it a mistake, Madam Secretary, to downplay this inflation risk? Did that contribute to the problems we're all seeing right now?
Look, I think I was wrong then about the path that inflation would take. As I mentioned, there have been unanticipated and large shocks to the economy.
They missed it. There's nothing they can do now, so just deal with the record high gas and food prices, right? Your problem, not theirs. They screwed up on the baby formula deal, too. Everybody was warning Biden about it. But he's no mind reader, remember? That's his excuse.
I don't think anyone anticipated the impact of the shutdown of one facility in the Abbott facility. Once we learned of the extent of it and how broad it was, we kicked everything into gear. And I think we're on the way to be able to completely solve the problem.
Did the CEOs just tell you that they understood it would have a very big impact?
They did, but I didn't.
So again, just deal with it. And when he fumbled on COVID, well, he didn't see Omicron coming either.
The vice president said in recent days that you didn't see Delta coming, you didn't see Omicron coming. How did you get it wrong?
How did we get it wrong? Nobody saw it coming.
But they still blamed you for not getting vaxxed or not wearing a mask. See what's going on here? These people are literally wrong about everything. But they always love to point the finger at you. You may do everything by the book, work hard, raise a family, be responsible with your guns. But you're to blame for all of their failures. It's always your fault. And they're going to keep punishing you for the problems they've created. It's guns one day, free speech the next. As long as they keep screwing up, they'll keep finding excuses to blame all of their mistakes on you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.